Back on Economic Buzz, this program can also be seen through StarHub Asia Channel 121 Singapore and live streaming on okzone.tv. With me, Erwin Suryabrata. We also have Mr. Ariana Nur Akbar. He is from Research and Analysis Division of Monex Investindo Futures. Well, Mr. Ariana, still when we talk about investor confidence, many things can just occur during this kind of chaotic economic situation, if I may say. Learning or evaluating from what's been happening during 2012, I believe a lot of aspects are also impacting or at least affecting the investor confidence in terms of spending or using their capital before they do something, let's say on the investment transaction or put their money into several countries. What can be seen within Indonesia context from the recent investor confidence in Indonesia related to this, what do you call this, in quote to quote, the freeze of the international financial market? Are we still be able or having opportunity in attracting the more, building a good investor confidence within the country?
Yes, I believe so. Here in Indonesia, I believe, still believing it, they have this kind of creativity, this creative investment. That is part of the risk management. So if they see this line is a lot of problem within their investment, they can move, they can shift. Maybe they can break it down into several investments, small investment but high return. So if we saw this as a phasing slowdown economy, if we can't do something about it, we also will freeze, frozen within this kind of state. But if we try, we look at something, the other side of this kind of investment problems, there will be opportunity. So we have to take the advantage of it. Okay, we try to get more product, more services that can be diversified from this kind of product or investment.
And do you think Indonesia, as a developing countries, already use or optimize the potency that they have, having understood the tough situation and at the same time really understand that there are opportunities behind this? Have you been able, in terms of grabbing this opportunity?
This opportunity, yes. There is always opportunities in any ways of saying frozen or slow down or everything says that this is falling. So within this falling, there is always an opportunity you can use. For example, let's just say gold is going down, okay, within 1,700 something. There is always people that sees there will be opportunity when they saw the price is bottoming. They see this an opportunity. They doing their hedging, their leverage. This kind of investment is one of risk management on investing. One thing
for sure, we have to think quick in seeing, that will be the best potential opportunity we can think. Where is our position actually nowadays when we talk about the investment destination? You say that we are quite attractive for the foreign capital inflow, but to what extent we can maintain our ideal or strategic positions in terms of becoming the investment destination within the global market?
Again, it depends on policies. Okay, so we are developing. Maybe we're not mature enough to be seen as a, let's say, a developed country, but we are developing, growing. Instead of looking at other countries that collapsing or have this big, large of debt, we still can survive. For example, in 1996, 1997, no one expect, or maybe predict that Indonesia is going to have the biggest inflation.
It hit us so aggressively.
We only have 600 points for the index of our exchange market.
That's unbelievable, right?
Unbelievable. We will survive. Even though we see that this is hard to sustain, but still, I believe in 2013, we are growing.
So in a way, you are implying that Indonesia are, in quote-unquote, secured or surviving because we already find the best strategies or policy which can be implemented within our own nation without having to adopt from other nation and implement it here?
Yes, because we have to see Indonesia as a unique version of the economy in global. We have the population, we have the resources. All we have to do is to organize them in a good way of manner, in a good way of policies. So these two vectors actually is the basic tools for foreign investors to see Indonesia is a good country for investment.
Yeah. And have we been able in successfully, what do you call this, determining, when you talk about the commodities earlier, in dividing them between investment commodity and industry commodity, have we been able in classifying them in a proper way, or everything in a place now?
Well, right now, it's not very clear to divide this kind of commodities, as well as we look at the policies for each one of the commodity. For example, at least we have growing that shows we are growing. Okay, CPO, for example, we have this tariff of export more or less 0%. That makes the other country of the produce CPO the same product. Yeah. For example, Malaysia, they try to compete with us.
Neighboring countries.
We have the upper hand. We have the upper hand. We are the biggest producer. We try to lack competition with the other rivals, and they have to react.
At least there is one positive sentiment here.
Yeah.
Right. Mr. Ariana, we still have another segment to discuss about this. And make sure you are still with us on Economic Buzz. We are going to talk more about business and investment strategy in 2013. Stay tuned.